Australian Open fourth round previews. Jannik Sinner vs Holger Rune, Shelton vs Monfils, Rybakina vs Keys. Before each day's play in Melbourne, we'll preview 3 must-see matches. Nothing comes easily between the Italian and the Dane. The first 2 times they played, Rune won in 3 sets. The last 2 times they played, it was Sinner who won in 3. 2 of those matches were on hard courts, and 2 were on red clay in Monte Carlo, where they both reside. Whatever the surface, the rallies were physical and hard-fought, and the loser made the winner earn it. 2 years ago, Sinner, 23, and Rune, 21, were both in the top 10 and seen as future rivals. In 2024, their paths diverged. Sinner rose all the way to number 1, while Rune dipped to number 17 and fell off the short list of Grand Slam contenders. Sinner improved his serve, cut down on his errors, and learned to play with a decisive aggression. Rune, by contrast, seems unsure about his tactics and prone to panic and rushing in important moments. You can see the difference in their AO results so far. Sinner has dropped just 1 set in 3 matches, while Rune has played 2 5-setters and a fairly brutal 4-setter against Matteo Berrettini. By the end of his 3rd-round match, Rune seemed to be on the verge of cramping, but he found a way through. He'll need more than back-to-the-wall moxie against Sinner. Rune will have to find a way to take the initiative from him in rallies, to get him on the defensive, to take care of his serve, to keep his cool when things don't go his way, and make Sinner lose his. It may be the toughest ask in the men's game these days. Having already played 14 sets in a week will make it even tougher. The 38-year-old Frenchman and the 22-year-old American have never faced each other, but we can predict that a meeting between them will be an athletically explosive one. Other than that, how it will go is anyone's guess. Monfils won a title in Auckland before this tournament and survived a 5-setter against his flame-throwing countryman Giovanni Mpetshi Perricard in the first round in Melbourne. But it wasn't until he upset number 4 seed and title hopeful Taylor Fritz in 4 sets that his surge became official. Monfils and his wife, Alina Svitolina, who beat Jasmine Paolini to make the 4th round later in the day, seemed to be on a married couple mission down under. If you've followed Monfils for any stretch of time, though, you know that just when you think he's ready to do bigger things, he doesn't. Will this surge sputter against Shelton? The American, a big-stage lover and quarter-finalist here 2 years ago, has played with greater grit than normal so far, toughing out tight sets and crucial tiebreakers against solid opponents like Brandon Nakashima, Pablo Carreño Busta, and Lorenzo Musetti. While you know that a Monfils march is bounded to come to an end, you just never know when. I'll take a guess that it lasts 1 more round. This is one of those matches that you look forward to when a draw comes out. 2 powerful hitters, both playing well to start the season, each with a chance to reach the semifinals or beyond. They also have a dead-even head-to-head record. Keys won their first 2 matches, and Rybakina came back to win the next 2, including their only meeting of 2024, on hard courts in Miami. Keys has won 8 straight matches in Adelaide and Melbourne, while Rybakina, with new coach Goran Ivanišević, hasn't dropped a set this week. Rybakina is the higher seed, has the more effective first serve, and isn't quite as streaky as Keys. That might normally be enough to make her the favorite here, but she also had her lower back looked at during her last round. If she's less than 100%, that could be enough to give Keys the edge instead.